thought. Now it's time for today's perspective, and my guest today is an artist who's reconstructed the rooms of her dream house, and she's done it by weaving together the threads, if you like, of her heritage, her family, Guadeloupean, Cameroonian and Ivorian, and if that's not enough, blending the sights as well and sounds that she's collected during her travels in Africa and the Caribbean as well. Artist Roxane Mbanga joins us here. Thanks very much for coming in. Great to talk to you on the programme today. Going to show some of the images of your work while we're talking. As you can see, I mean, it's a really colourful exhibition. You use an awful lot of colour, don't you? And yet it's called noir, black. Why?
Yeah, black feminine plural, so black women. The reason for that is that in my work I'm centering black women through their experiences, through their different perspective, and for me it's very important, you know, like to highlight something that in the end I never really had to hear about, you know. So growing up here in Paris, it was never really something that I had in my surroundings, especially in the art world. So yeah, it's also, you know, like a lot of like giving back to my lineage, my heritage, and showing the women that I grew up with.
Well, that's fascinating that, you know, you feel that that wasn't there during your childhood.
Yeah, I mean, it's a reality for me, but I know it's also a reality for a lot of different women, you know, like born here in the West, and now we're changing things like slowly.
You can never imagine then you being able to put on your work in an exhibition hall in Paris when you were growing up.
Yeah, it was not even a dream.
Well, it's good to see it happening. Good to see it happening. Tell us about the idea, because the concept as well is about reconstructing the rooms of your dream family home. What's that about?
Exactly. So as I was saying, you know, it's also about creating something that was not really here. So for me, home was never just a fixed place. I was born and raised here. My mom is from Guadeloupe, my dad from Cameroon. I also have Ivory Coast lineage. And the home is really something that was never really fixed. It's a mix of different flavors, sensations, colors, tastes. So I had to create what was not there, you know. So for me, it's really about centering. It's really about like creating a space where I feel really like centered, you know, in between my body and my mind.
And why was it so important to put your culture and your heritage into the work that you've done?
I think it's important because in the end, you know, you have to feel seen. You have to feel seen, and you have to feel secure in the space where you live. And if you do not have that, then how can you feel strong, and how can you feel like everything is possible, you know? So I did it for myself, for the young Roxane, but I also did it for the people that are still missing it today. So having a home in a space that is like very hostile, that can be Paris or that can be Amsterdam or London, is very important in the end. Is about like feel also connected, you know, to one another. Creating a home is also making space for a certain community. And having a community is also what helps you grow more solid, you know?
I know you collected a lot of other women's stories as well, if you like, as you went around and decided to put that into your work. How did you go about that?
It's been a long collecting session. For example, like I started it like while I was going in Lagos in Nigeria in 2019, as well as in Senegal and then in Ivory Coast. And every time that I go to these different countries in order to work, I tend to discover a lot of different women from different backgrounds And these women, through their stories, also inspire me like to create certain works. For me, it was always very important to also, you know, like use my specific space in the world, like to be able like to create a stage for also other people. So wherever I go, I come with my camera and I listen to people and I retell their stories.
Oh, it's great to have that reflected in the pictures that we're seeing as well. There are two new installations, aren't there, in this exhibition that have never been seen before, because the rest of the exhibition has been seen elsewhere, but it's the dining room and the terrace. Why have you decided to add those?
It was important at some point to incorporate the food.
Right, okay.
In all these different cultures that I come from, I think like having a meal with someone and sharing a moment like that around food is very important. So it was also a matter like to tell like a story in a moment in space where we're just where we're eating together and what are the stories that are told around the table. And there's a lot of different things, you know, like for example, like it also, I was just before creating the dining room, I created like a series that is called Spill the Tea. And it's also about like how do we as women like encounter around like tea time and stuff like that in order like to tell stories, then to protect ourselves. And it's also about that, you know, it's like when are the moments in life when we come together, tell stories, and then that will actually make an impact in a way, you know, like when does the intimate become political and when does the political then like serve the greatest good.
And where does the art come from in you? I mean, were your parents artistic? Where was that little seed that's built up in you and has led to all of this?
Well, my parents were not, like, they do not really belong in the art world, but they had friends that were like singers and painters and this and that. I think that they also, you know, like push me like to really like discover myself. There was always something in my household that they were telling us that you can do whatever you want in life, just follow your guts and be the best at it. So yeah, I would say that it comes from that, a series of explorations.
What's next? Have you run out of rooms? I mean, you're going to have to think of a new project now.
There's so many things that I have in mind, actually.
Okay.
I think that this home that I'm constructing is like, it's never evolving home.
It's going to finish up as an enormous estate by the time
or
you
maybe
finish.
a village.
A village.
No, I think that there's a lot of things that I want to do and continue with this project. It's a bit like a mattress, you know, it's like I started planting seeds that are growing through time. So I don't know what's next, but I have a lot of different projects that are coming in the coming month.
I look forward to seeing the images of City Mbanga. I'm sure it will. Sure it will exist one day. Thanks ever so much for coming in and talking to us. Roxane Mbanga there. The exhibition, by the way, is at the 193 Gallery here in Paris. It opens this weekend, isn't it? So
exactly,
you're rushing
on Saturday.
rushing off to put the finishing touches to it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Painting some more walls.
We better let you go. Thanks very much for coming in and talking to us on the programme today. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.